Run it through, run it through. Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. It is day 2 of the Western New York Railway Historical Society's Train and Toy Show here at the Hamburg Fairgrounds. We're starting a little bit later today. Hopefully we're going to be able to get around to some more things as the show starts this time. There won't be any ceremony like yesterday, but what I will tell you is I'm going to do my best to get around to more people and more things this time. So, just wanted to do a little recap. Oh, and by the way, hello, Jude. I saw you first in chat, Mr. Mod, so hope you're enjoying the stream already. And we're starting out with the calling card here. Yeah. Western New York Railway Historical Society is looking for more young people to join. If you are curious, it doesn't hurt to ever feel free to reach out to them. And you know, it's funny, for anybody who hasn't watched the stream yesterday, yeah, I did this. Took a long time to do it. Long time. I'll just give a quick rundown on a few things from it first before we go. So, for anybody who doesn't know, we're asking for a lot of things here. We're asking for people to help with our projects here. We're asking people to volunteer. People can feel free to step up. And for anybody who is interested with online, we've got informants needed here that they are looking for. We're looking for people for in-person and and online. So if you're able to join, feel free, because believe me, we need more people. Another part here is we're looking for people to help set up a Discord server. Okay? We're looking to do that. We're looking to start expanding our online presence because we need to do stuff with social media and we need people who are experts. And here's the biggest one, folks. We need young bloods. We need more young people. We need people with fresh ideas, and we got desires for learning. We got to bring some new spirit into the society. Everything that is right here. Don't worry. I'll post this stuff on the channel so you guys can find out more. Because this takes a lot in order to do this. And just for a little fun thing, take a look at the picture in the top right-hand corner. I'm curious, everybody watching, how real do you think that looks there? Because I can tell you this much, yeah, that took quite some time to do. It took me about 4 hours to do that picture. But I mean, hey, what can I say? But yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is indeed the calling card. So, all you young bloods, if you are interested, feel free to reach out. Yes, Jude, it most certainly is detailed. I mean, when you want to make a statement, you do have to make a lot of detail come to life. And there is nothing wrong with that. Boy, I'll tell you. But anyway, what do you say we get on with a little bit of an expanded tour of this place to see what people are can look forward to, shall we? Let's go. And of course, what better place to start than the 100 years celebration of the James Straits Show with the mini park. Ooh, there's a new roller coaster in town. Look at that.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what arrived on trailers but last night
You hearing this, folks? That's the voice of the radio DJ of Energy Radio Buffalo. Feel free to tune into their show if you want to hear some energizing tunes.
Hey, what's up, man?
Say, that kind of looks like the one from Fantasy Island, does it not? God, that place, that has been around for so long. So long. And all of these, just look at the detail. Look at the detail in every single one of these small rides, folks. Gotta take care of it, gotta maintain it, everything. Especially, look at that little... Look at the little high wire ski lift ride. It's not every day you see stuff like that. And I want to suspect, looking at all of the things around here... Yes, Jude, Fantasy Island was my childhood too. I loved it.
The best ride on the Midway, of course, folks, is the wave swinger. We broadcast live during the air.
Yo, I'm sensing a theme here. I'm sensing a theme. Besides all the trailers everywhere, I'm sensing a theme of there being all the Ferris wheels around here. I wonder if there's a convention nearby where you can expand on that. Heck, who knows? Maybe at some point they'll have a model of the London Eye around here. Although, something tells me that would probably bump into the ceiling up there. Well, there you have it, folks. This is the miniature theme park. I've seen what it takes to set up with these guys, and believe me, you gotta know something about electronics here. Feel free to come and show your talents, folks. Feel free. We come back to the Historical Society here. If you're looking to test a locomotive or something, folks, the Historical Society table even has their own test track here with HO scale, N scale, O scale, bunch of different types. Ain't that right, Marty? Hear that, folks? If you even want garden scale, which I showed you guys yesterday, you can try it on this. In fact, I think I see it on the back. Yep, there she is. That's awesome. And here we go. Here's the candy train. And yeah, you are right, Marty. She does look like she has almost not been touched from yesterday, you know? Hey, take care, Jude. You have a good time today as well. Oh, and even look. They're selling little old pieces of rolling stock. How adorable. Great way to help out the nonprofits, folks. Feel free to check out some of their merchandise. And for anybody who is interested, come take a look at some of the show flyers that we have. Lots of nonprofits and lots of shows coming together. So much happening. So much. Keene Center, Batavia. There was one for Hemlock I saw. Lots of them. Ooh. You know, you gotta love these old lanterns, folks. I think I've got like 4 of them at home. And funny enough, the one that I have, I actually have a very rare one that's not even from this country. Ah, good to see you, Lukash. Speaking of which, I gotta do something with that. Welcome aboard, Lukash. You are now a moderator here, as you should be. Oh, check out these, folks. I don't know if we looked at these yesterday, but you see what these are? This is what you call a two-hand tie tong. These things here, you basically grab on both sides, and you clamp onto a tie to pick it up. Just imagine what it was like in the old days, having to lift all those things by hand. I swear, time and time again, Check grumbling. Yeah, okay, Peabody. I get you. Imagine in the old days having to do all this by hand. For all of those out there who don't know, pay attention, because a lot of the stuff here, it'll make you realize just how much we take technology for granted. Oh. And speaking of the grumbling, got some nice Canadian locomotive shots here. Well, I mean, to be fair, Lukash, they're kind of built like you. 6 feet 5 inches tall. Ooh. Anybody need a hat pin? Got a number of them. Raffle tickets, folks. Get your raffle tickets. Here we go. Ooh. Got some wine here. I don't know who people who drink. I mean, I know people who drink, but the only wine that I drink is the stuff at church. That's for sure. Yeah, I get you heard that. That was deliberate for a reason, Lukash. Ooh. Hey, Chad, I'm curious. Anybody familiar with Precious Memories? I got a few friends who love these things. In fact, I think my mother has some left over somewhere in our house. I don't want to know what you're referring to, Lukash, so I'm going to just move on from there. Oh, anybody who's seen this, these are old camera negatives that they're doing in the silent auction here. And yeah, look at that. More than 1,000 of them for slideshows. So if you have a slideshow projector, you can use these things here. So much more. Oh, I love these plates that people put up in their houses. I've got a couple at home myself, believe it or not. Look at these. Look at these images that are there. Do they not look enchanting? Like that, I feel like would be a bit of a home out of a fairy tale to me. Heck, I'd say some people would probably look at it and say it looks like something out of Lord of the Rings. But that's just my thoughts. Who knows? Wood. Stylish, yeah. True dat, Lukash, true dat. And folks, anybody who's interested, I gotta let the folks go by here. We have the place where I actually did an internship with. This is the Steel Plant Museum of Western New York here. And to join us with the vice president of the museum, this is Mr. Jerry Soltis.
How are you?
Oh, not too bad. And we got plenty of merchandise here. If you know anybody who worked for, say, Bethlehem Steel or Republic Steel, like my ancestors did, or even the South Buffalo Railway as well. Oh, my moderator says he sends his regards, Mr. Soltis. Unfortunately, he's native of the Czech Republic. A little bit difficult there. But yeah, we got books. Anybody who's interested in things like that, Western New York Steel, that's a good one. That's a really nice read there if you want to learn about that old stuff. We got old shots from the olden days. This is an old roundhouse. I've got a couple of those prints. They're really nice. Okay, fair enough, Lukash, fair enough. And we got a couple of nice hats here. Got a solid red, or I like this one. It really makes the logo pop. I really like it. And for a few insights here, we also have a shot of the Bethlehem Steel Burns Harbor plant in Indiana. Knew a few people who worked there. Interesting stories that come out of them. Like I said, folks, ask questions and you will get answers, believe it or not. It's absolutely spectacular. My pleasure, sir. Yes, we still got girl items. Got plenty of them. Ooh. Got these even more plates here, too. Really? I never knew there were things like this at Cedar Point. Now that's fascinating. Pioneer organization of the Lakeshore and Michigan Southern Railway. Nice. I like that. I like that. And for anybody who didn't see it, a little commemoration right here for our late show director, Mr. Arthur Toll. Oh, thank you, Lukasz. My friend from the Czech Republic wishes to say rest in peace, his condolences. Thank you. It means a lot to everybody. He meant a lot. Oh, hey, Star Wars fans, we got more stuff for you. And speaking of the devil, I sold a Jedi Starfighter a couple years ago, just like this. Let's see if I got my terminology. We got the Delta 7. So we got the Delta 7. Thank you, Veronica. Much appreciated. We got the Sith Infiltrator. That was it Sentinel class? I don't remember. We got the Snow Speeder. Ooh, we got 2 different versions of Slave 1. We got the one from Jango Fett and the one from Boba Fett. I like that. Oh, hey, Jake. Yeah, I know. But we're doing things to honor him, that's for sure. If you've seen the video documentary, you might see something about that. Let's see. TIE Fighter. And for those in Star Wars who don't know, TIE is actually an acronym. TIE Fighter actually stands for Twin Ion Engine. Pretty interesting there, huh? Let's see. We got a Corellian blockade runner, Tantive 4. We got X-Wings. I'm guessing probably all of these are modeled off of Red 5. And then there's Darth Vader's TIE Advanced. That one. We've got Bark Speeders. We got the speeders from the Bounty Hunter chase in the Attack of the Clones. Depends on which way you want to look at it, Lukasz. Depends on which way. Oh, we got the T6 Skyhopper. Another TIE. Oh, and a Trade Federation Spider Droid from the Battle of Geonosis. Those ones are freaky, but they are interesting. Get to see those things slug it out with the ATTEs. I love it. Oh, and there's General Grievous's bike speeder there. It's a really strange one, that is. But you know, some bikes like that are actually showing up around the world nowadays. More and more stuff.
We have a bunch of new characters too.
There's promotion for you right there. There's a Geonosian right there. I love it.
Come down and visit.
You see the George Lucas figure?
Oh, is there a George Lucas figure? Where do we have it? Which one? I can't see it.
Here?
Oh, interesting.
No?
B-Wing pilot.
Oh, he's the B-Wing pilot. Sorry.
Oh, brother. Interesting. That's cool. Here you guys are. And, yeah, I wasn't trying to ignore you, Lukasz, but yes, I do agree. My favorite walker is the ATTE myself. That's why I have 2 Lego versions of it. All right. Remember, folks, this was the stand with the G-scale stuff. It's the biggest scale. Not bad. Ooh, $95 for that set. Because you get the locomotive, you get a flat car, a gondola, and a bobber caboose. Not bad. Oh, nice lift bridge here. In fact, that, if I recall, is similar to a bascule bridge that was in one of my videos, if I recall correctly. And yes, we even have kid-oriented train sets that are not like the models, but are also battery-operated. You can pick up some of these here. Plenty of different types. Loser takes all. Oh, brother, Simpsons games. Anybody here interested in classic cars? There's a lot of them in here. Let's see. I think this is a, let's see, 1954 Corvette. Wow. I think I prefer the 62 better. That's nice. Oh, and we got an original Bug. I wonder if that's, let's see. I think it's, what is it, 39? Oh, 1951. Interesting. And for anybody out there who tries to say it, if you want to say things properly, it's not Volkswagen, it's Volkswagen, because it's German. So much here. Ooh, got a big cat. Pardon the pun. Bookshelves and bookshelves and bookshelves galore, stacked to the brim with all this stuff. And we pay a little visit to our associates at the Niagara Frontier chapter of the National Railway Historical Society, or NRHS. But yes, and if you see what it says here too, Buffalo, my home city, used to be a very major rail center for several railroads. And we had several big train stations too. One of them was this one down here. That was the Lehigh Valley one down on Exchange Street. And it was the neo-Victorian style. Sadly, it got demolished in the 1950s. And another one was this one here, over at Canal Side. That was the Delaware, Lackawanna, and Western. I have a lot to be proud of. Do you mean me, Lukash, or do you mean my city? What are you referring to? Anyway, this one is the Delaware, Lackawanna, and Western, or just DLMW. That one, okay, fair enough, fair enough. But yes, this one here was built in 1917. She sadly was demolished in the 1970s. However, her train sheds still exist today, and they are currently the workshops and train sheds for the Niagara Frontier Transit Authority, or NFTA's metro system. And finally, the grandest one of them all, New York Central's Buffalo Central Terminal on the east side. She was the biggest and still is the biggest, and she is one of only 2 remaining terminals left in this city. And God, I sure hope that they can restore her. She's nearly 100 years old. And as we look along the line, we're not the only ones around here who do restoration. The NRHS does it too. Oh, anybody here curious about calendars? We got many different types of calendars here from the NRHS. I love it. So much here, so much. It's absolutely incredible. Hey, Marine! That right there's one of the best guys here. Ah. Oh, well, you do enjoy, Lukash, and excuse me, Nasledano.
Just want to have everybody get set, back to your tables. We got a little crowd out in the vestibule. We're going to let them in. We're going to go ahead and ring the bell.
See you, Lukash.
And start the show.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, looks like the show is about to start. But you know what? We're still continuing because we're going to be seeing some action soon. Let's keep going, shall we?
And a reminder to vendors, if you want to bring up any door prizes for the kids.
Nasledano, Veronica.
We appreciate it. Some door prizes for the kids. Bring them up to the society table. Thank you.
For anybody who hasn't seen the video on my channel, take a look at these. These are antique lanterns from the railroad days, hooked up with LED lights. Pretty cool, huh? Love to have that in my house, but I'm not sure exactly where I would put it. And we got a bunch of railroad antiques here. including a boarding stool from Pullman, from the Pullman Railcar Company. And how about this little plate here? Take a look at this. Is that not ornate, ladies and gentlemen? It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So much merchandise here. It's absolutely incredible. There's a lot of stuff. Oh. Anybody King Kong or Gojira? I'd probably prefer the older one. That shows you how old my soul is. Got lots of stuff. Lots of stuff. Ooh, look at that. Look at this. A little display here. Look at that with those lights. As I said before, it shows you how much detail goes into things like modeling. Look at that. You got roads, parking spaces, the little flickering lamp. Got the storefront. You can even see inside them. That's cool. That's impressive. More and more. Thrills and spills galore. Ooh. Anybody here like emergency vehicles? They got some over here, too. Very nice. Very nice. Ah, yes. And this I didn't get to yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. But we got model boat clubs here. Take a look at these. Look at these craft. These are just gorgeous. Reminds me of the Chris craft that my great-grandfather owned. Uh-oh. I sense a little Vietnam reference here. I recognize a PBR there. Little merchant ship. Like the nice little harbor mist gray type colors. And I also sensed a theme earlier. I see a lot of things that look like tugboats here. Just look at the level of detail and the weathering. Oh, and this one I was told, this is a canal boat. Pretty nice. I love it. And, hey, Speedy Boys, look at these ones here. If these aren't good color schemes, I don't know what is. In fact, there is one of these types of boats that shows up whenever I go camping, and you can hear them from the campgrounds in the bay. I tell you. And the guy's name is Slingshot. Oh, another Vietnam-era boat. And then we got race boats. These things are super fast. But you also have to have a lot of skill because, trust me, you don't want to wipe out in these things. Even racing sailboats here. You also tend to see them a lot in some regattas, is what I've seen before. Absolutely gorgeous. Anybody need a snack? We got one here for you. And yes, people are even selling Christmas stuff here, even though it's no longer Christmas time. Such a variety here. Look at that. You got people playing a chess game. You got people reading by old lamps. It's gorgeous. Oh. Looks like we got a lot of Legos here. Oh. Hello. Soldiers. Oh, I've seen these before. I wonder if those are possibly similar to Military Issue. Or not Military Issue, excuse me, Brickmania. I've seen them before. Ooh, Star Wars figures. Oh my god, ladies and gentlemen. That is the old type of General Grievous. I've always wanted to have one of those. That is awesome to see. Man, look at that. Got old clones. You got Bo-Katan Kryze. You got little Jawas in the back. Oh, you got different versions of Ahsoka Tano. That is awesome. God, when you get to see things like this, it shows you. It shows you just how much people want to sell. And just look at all the little pieces. Oh, those are cool. I'll have to keep my eyes open for that. Oh, interesting weaponry. That's one of the things that's a little bit controversial about Lego, is that they'll make sci-fi weapons, but they won't make real-life weapons. It's one of those crazy things that I find a little bit controversial there. Oh man. Hey folks, if you think that these cars look dirty, these are some examples that just shows you how skilled people are with doing this here. Because look at that weathering. Looks like it's been through the dust of the desert, don't you think? Oh, we got an interesting thing here from Kato, Japanese company. They do a really nice job with these, Kato does, because I have an Amtrak set from them that my grandfather got for me. Ooh. Magazines. More magazines. Awesome. Oh. You want to talk about old? Take a look at some of these old things, folks. Landing craft. That's incredible. So adorable, these things. You can't beat the days of things when they were just so much more simple than they are nowadays. Cannons, old trains. Ooh. An old weathered castle. Another castle. More of the old Lionel lines. And here we go with one of the railways here. This is the Niagara Orleans model railroad engineers here. This is their HO scale railway. You got a number of cool things here. Got the little street there. This right here is a little car cleaning station. Oh, folks, take a listen. Take a listen. You hear that sound, folks? You hear the sound coming from there? That's one of those great things about model trains, is that they can go to a level that is just unbelievable nowadays. Unbelievably expensive in some regards, but just you listen to that. You listen to the detail there with this, just the sound. And you know, one of my favorite railroads from the late 20th century, I love the chassis system. And if you're wondering why it says B&O on there, that's because this used to be a Baltimore and Ohio engine. So that's what they did before. Look at this yard. Is that not incredible? But that's not all, folks. In case you haven't seen, watch when we come to here, going through the interlocking. What do we have here? We have a loading dock with a barge and tugboat. Tell me this. You try to tell me this is not cool. Just look at all this. Just look at it. That is some of the stuff that I absolutely love about this, because if you can merge the rail with the water on one setup, it's got such an extra element of fascination. Oh, hey, TARDIS. Good to see ya. Hey, everybody. If anybody is watching, TARDIS who? He's a Twitch streamer that I follow, and he also likes model trains as well. And 2 days ago on Valentine's Day was his 45th birthday. So if you ever get a chance, please feel free to go and wish him a happy belated birthday. He deserves it, the lovable Time Lord. little New York State Police here. I love it. And I don't know if I've told you folks, but these model railways are completely modular. That's why you see this here. Because every single module on these model railways here, every single one is interchangeable, and you can create new ones. You can create new scenery all the time. That way, you never get bored with this stuff. And this time, it's pretty simple. Pretty simple country scene. Oh, which building, TARDIS? Did I miss one? What building did I miss? Were you possibly referring to this one? Coal building. What coal building? Where am I thinking? Oh, you possibly mean over here at the dock? Is this what you mean, TARDIS? I might be getting confused here. Sorry. In the middle. Oh, I think I know what you mean. Possibly this one? This building? This little foundry here? Steel factory. Ah, yeah. Yep. Yeah, there's something about old industrial buildings that I absolutely love. Just their construction and their layout. And they basically last forever, which is actually a funny thing because in my home city of Buffalo, there are several old industrial buildings from before the Civil War, which was in the 1860s, that still stand to this day. It's absolutely astounding. Just everything. And I think you'll like this, TARDIS. How about this little industrial scene here with this little factory? How about that? How about this little industrial scene? Even we got the nice backdrop on it. I want to bet that this one, it probably hasn't been finished yet, but, I mean, art. Art is art. It's such a beautiful thing. And with model railroading, it's absolutely incredible. Looks like we got another little engine shop. A little town scene. Oh, definitely TARDIS. Yeah, the amount of work is something else. Every single project takes so much time for everything to be done. You gotta take things out, you gotta prime it, paint it, cut things out, glue things together, and if you're going to do lighting, then you got that little extra bit of time. I mean, just to put a prime example, here's one of the main attractions of the HO scale railway here. This neo-Victorian style station here. Oh, hey folks, look what we got here. We got some movement. I told you we would be seeing some action. Can you hear that, folks? That's why I say model railroading is something else. If you really want to get into it, always know where to look. And don't worry, TARDIS, because I know your model railway is going to look great too. Alrighty. Moving along here. Morning, Mr. Youngers. President of the WNYRHS himself.
Well, good morning. How's Steve today?
Oh, I'm doing fine. Everybody, this is the big man in charge of the WNYRHS. And if you ever want to find out a lot of information that is especially reliable, this is the guy you go to.
Good morning, Steve. Thank you.
No problem. Yes, I remember you showing the pictures of that, TARDIS. I remember. Ooh, hey folks, we got slot cars. I think I still have a slot car track at my grandparents' house. That's awesome. Those are such classics. That brings back my childhood. Ooh, got a lot of interesting models here. Very nice. Let me just move around here. Alright, here we go. Say, that set looks awfully similar to one that I just saw up front there, I must say. Anybody, if you want to join a Model Railroad Club, there's plenty here. Here's another one for you, the Model Railroad Club of Buffalo. Nice. Ooh, sounds nice, TARDIS. That sounds real cool. Anybody interested in baking? Nice sweet treats here. And we got even more cars. Ooh, got a nice one here. Is that a Ferrari? Let me see. Oh no! Nice. I see. Nice one, TARDIS. Always good to keep them in a nice, safe place. This is a Lamborghini. Diablo. Spanish for devil. Clever. So many cars, so many trains. This is why, folks, if you ever get a chance to come to a show like this, don't pass that chance up, because I can guarantee you'll find something cool. Oh, anybody in the need of larger Star Wars figures? We got a Stormtrooper and, of all people, the Grand Inquisitor. You don't see that every day. Oh, and we got some military vehicles right here. I love it. Put them on? What do you mean, TARDIS? What do you mean by put them on? And look at this, folks. If you guys are interested in getting a train set for your garden railway, you may want to check this out. This whole set, this locomotive with 3 coaches here for $200. The suits came over. Oh, if you're referring to the thing about the Stormtrooper over there, TARDIS, I'd say that figure is probably about 1/5 my size. But yeah, back to this. If you guys are interested in garden scale, here you go. Here's a nice set for you for $200, because you're not going to find sets like that pretty much anywhere. So if you do happen to stop by, this was something like this right here. You never know. There's so much everywhere. Everywhere. Yeah, that is true, TARDIS. It'd probably be a similar instance in Ireland as well. Anybody interested in military train wagons? Got nice ones here. We got Studebaker trucks, got a staff truck, got empty flats. You got half tracks with quadruple 50 cals. You got the simple little Willys Jeep. And then there's, there's this weird concoction. You got an altered Tiger 1 tank chassis with a Walker Bulldog turret, and I have no idea what that gun is. I think they tried to come up with something off of the Walker Bulldog's gun, so, yeah. World of Tanks players, I'd love to hear your thoughts about that one. Any double tanks, TARDIS? You wanna elaborate on that a little bit? And for those who didn't see it yesterday in the stream, this is what Lionel used to look like. If you've ever seen what an average Lionel scale looks like, I'll show you here. Mind if I borrow this for a quick moment? So this, folks, this is what average Lionel looks like nowadays. But if you compare it to what they used to look like, look at that scale. Look at that comparison. Amazing how things of the 50s, 60s, and even the 40s used to look compared to what they look like now. It's quite the difference here. It shows just how intricate things can become. Oh, hey TARDIS, remember that thing you told me about the tub of Lego you used to have? Well, here we are at the Lego setup. Oh, HO scale tanks? Actually, so they do, but it depends on, the tanks depends on, where you look for them. The Austrian company called Rocco, they do a nice job. When I get home, I'll see if I can find some of mine so I can send pictures of them to you. But, yeah. Look at this detail, folks. Look at all of this detail on these Lego sets. In fact, a lot of these displays are not even sets. People just built these. Look at that. Little alien cavern. Media in Motion, the show is open until 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And look at this. Oh, is this, that almost looks like the Legends of Chima, which was a bit of a Lego-style show here. Just look at the detail here. I absolutely love it. No problem, media. Don't worry, TARDIS. I'll discuss about what I found for you at this show later. Don't you worry. With more Lego here, we got a bunch of things. You got old animals, you got minifigures, you got old things from old sets. Now these here, folks, here's an interesting one. These ones are custom brick creations here. These are actually custom. They're basically like Lego, but they're not Lego brand. That's because a lot of people love to do better than what Lego does. TARDIS, I will probably do it anyway. You know that. You know I said something to Steve. And I also said something to Squiggle. So, yeah, I think I'll be okay. Don't you worry. And here we got with some of the more Lego sets. Anybody who didn't know, they do have cars. You got a 1961 Corvette there. For anybody who didn't know, I got that for my father for a combination of Father's Day and his birthday. And he loved it because we love classic cars. It's absolutely a beauty, especially the red and cream colors. More Disney, Pixar stuff. Nice. Oh, and there's Lego trains for sale, too. And here's a little something special for you, folks. If you ever wondered what Lego trains used to look like, take a look at this. Those Lego trains there came out in the 60s and 70s. And over time, Lego trains have evolved because look at this yard full of them. Just look at these. There's some beautiful things here. Sorry about that, TARDIS. I didn't mean to. Here's one of the older sets. It's sort of based off of Amtrak here, this second one. And then there's one, the TGV. I rode that when I went to France 10 years ago. Ah, here's a beautiful one. Here's a beautiful one, folks. The Lego Santa Fe Super Chief in its red, yellow, and silver war bonnet. This was also featured in the... no, TARDIS, this is... what you're seeing right now, this is Lego. This is all Lego here. And then these two here are the Crocodile locomotive. This one I remember in the catalog. The track, No, if you're wondering about the track that was over on the other side, that was HO scale track. I'll get back to you on that shortly. If you're wondering about what Lego scale is, it's like slightly bigger than O scale. And then there's the current crocodile that came out a few years ago. I actually bought mine here. And it was actually at a stand that's just over there. And then you got some custom creations here, like the Southern Pacific Daylight, which is a really nice one there. And then there is one of the most famous of the Lego steam trains, the Emerald Knight, which came out in 2009. I cannot tell you how the 11-year-old me was dying to get this train. It's literally the only Lego I asked for Christmas. And well, I happen to have it at home. And then, of course, we have the most current of the Lego steam trains, the Orient Express. Now, for those who don't know, this set is also rather controversial because the original Lego Ideas thing... Oh, hang on. Oh, well, Media in Motion, that's an honor. We can discuss that later, all right? Back to the Orient Express. The reason why it was so controversial is because the original Lego Ideas page had this put up as one coach and a big French-themed locomotive. And most people were wanting that, like, really badly. And then when they decided to do this 10-wheeler design, if you remember correctly, the 10 wheels is 4 wheels in the front, 6 wheels under the boiler, and 0 wheels under the firebox. Let's just say it's a little bit generic looking, in my opinion. If you actually think about it, it's also the same thing. It's basically the same thing as the Hogwarts Express for Lego Harry Potter. So I think you understand what I mean by it's a little stereotypical. I still bought the set because, I mean, it's a steam train, and I love a steam train. Oh, yes. Anybody who has paid attention to Lego and has heard about them try to say that this train is too heavy to put power functions in, look up some of the videos where people have put in the power functions and have basically said to Lego, hold my beer. So, yeah. And moving on. Oh, and also this one, the Maersk train. I have this train at home as well, and I absolutely love it. It's such a nice thing that they were able to do a collaboration with this. You don't see it all the time. In fact, you almost don't see it ever. At least not anymore. If other people have seen it, feel free to let me know. Oh, yes, also, BNSF, this was another thing that they did back in the early 2000s as well. Similar to this Super Chief over here, believe it or not. But yeah, this yard built here basically shows the evolution of Lego trains from the 1960s all the way to the current day. It's incredible how everything seems to have a history, doesn't it? And speaking of interesting things, how about we take a look at the Lego layout here? Valentine's Day themed, of course. It's pretty cool. And if you look here, folks, this is actually one of the latest sets that came out. This is the Botanical Gardens. I don't exactly know why there's a bunch of Godzilla figures down there, but, well, I guess everybody has their thing. But yeah, if you are interested, there you go. There's a nice set for you. What is the oldest model train, Media? Probably the Lionel that I showed you. I like the reference, TARDIS. I like the reference. Media, the oldest reference that I would say is the ones that I saw on that stand over there that are basically from like the 40s or 50s. Yeah, that was back when Lionel scale was a lot bigger than it is now. If you do want to know some of the, oldest model trains that I have seen in any media, look up the toy company Carlisle and Finch. they've been doing that, I believe, since 1889 at least. And that was toy electric trains. They were the first company to do that. But just look at all this stuff. Oh, anybody like Looney Tunes? Yeah, it's Tweety Bird. Now, if you want to talk about custom buildings, look at this. Look at this. This entirely out of pink. Look at this building here. I can guarantee you'll never really see that in a set ever. And then how about this, folks? For those who didn't see last time, there's a train workshop in there. I am not joking when I say that. In fact, let's see if I can do this here. I'm gonna see if I can show you guys this, so bear with me. I hope it works. I'm gonna just rotate the camera a little bit. So just bear with me. And take a look through those doors. You see it? That's a train workshop in there. Is that not cool? I tell you, with Lego, the creation levels are just amazing. And how about this? We got a little army men area here with their own armored train. You got a whole base here. You got the reception center, train depot, you got barracks, you got a hospital, you got a helipad bringing in medical, you got an obstacle course, you got a rifle range, and you even have a, which I'm pretty sure is a something like a C-130 flying overhead. Demonstration area, and you even got like a toy army men thing. I actually bought all of the stuff that I wanted to at the show, media. Basically, I do have trains set up at home, but they usually only come out at Christmas because right now I don't really have any space to put them up anywhere permanently. So, if you get me. But yeah, all of this. And if you guys are ready, you're gonna see one of the rarer setups here. So follow me.
I better get a malware.
As we come back here, there we go, folks. We have an S-gauge railway. Bigger than HO scale, smaller than Lionel scale, which is O scale. Oh, here we go. Listen to this. This is Nickel Plate Road 765. She is a real locomotive and she still runs. She did visit Western New York before, about 10 years ago. And just for a reference, it is this layout that you guys will see if you look at my video documentary about this show that released yesterday. This is the only place in Western New York that you will really see a Nickel Plate Road Berkshire hauling New York Central passenger wagons. I am not kidding with that. Yeah, if you're not one who wants something so small like HO scale, but you don't want something that is real big, you can go for S-gauge. And we got the train set up here. Well, basically something that is the setup, or was, but heck, let kids use their imagination. Let them come up with something spectacular, Got more models. Anybody who is a Funko Pop fan, yes, there's those for you too. I'm not kidding. Good old Hot Wheels. I still have some at home. Haven't really touched them in a while, but you know something? It's a blast from the past, I will say. So many things that bring back my childhood. Got a lot of stuff here. Lisa. And we have our auctioneers going on here. Anybody who wasn't here yesterday, get a look at some of this stuff, including some of their classic aircraft. Got a nice PBY Catalina flying boat. That looks like the coloring that it was in when they found the Bismarck. Small P-38 Lightning. Ooh. B-25 Mitchell. My favorite medium bomber ever. We got an Avro Lancaster. Yes, I had to say it in the British because TARDIS is from Great Britain. I had to say it as Lancaster. I know, right, TARDIS? That B-25 is a good-looking one. Got pristine old Lionel stuff. And we've got a big Lightning. Just to put a perspective of scale, look at my hand next to that. Look at how big that is. You're gonna need to hang that from some wires in your house if you want that. That's gorgeous. Ah, yes, the Hess toys. One of my younger cousins, I think they have like about a dozen of these things. I don't remember the last time. All right, TARDIS, you caught me. But yeah, my cousin, he loved these things for a while. He played with them a lot, too. I don't know what he still does with them. I'd have to get back to him on that. Got so many planes, trucks, tractors. Like the guy said, everything. Just everything here. Everything is so incredible. Oh yes, I remember helping this stand out. All of these license plates here. Look at that. Bunch of EU license plates too. Oh really? Ukraine. How about that? Rarities all over the place. Oh wow. Rotary phones. I'm curious, who in the chat when they were a kid they had a rotary phone? There was one that my grandparents still have at their house. It's been disconnected for a while. That is such a blast from the past right there, I've got to say. Just, how do you even compare just all of that? That's simply spectacular. I love it. I love seeing stuff like that. Oh, hi, Mom. Oh, you have one, Media? Had one too as well? Lag spiking, huh? That's strange. You wanna know what? Probably because all this stuff is made of metal. Who knows? Got lots of stuff here, even more stuff. Check this out. Ooh, K4 Pacific. Always like a nice 4.62. And I think that looks like that thing has a Bell Pair firebox. I recognize the shape. Just such a variety here. Just look at everything here. Look at all of it. Safari. Nice stuff. Ah. Here's one of the familiars here. We've got the Pokemon people here. What's in the showcases today? What we got that's new?
We just got a bunch of Charizards in, so we got the
Oh yeah? Want to point them out for the viewers?
Base 1 Charizard, base 2, so those are from like 1999 when I was a kid.
Nice.
So I came and traded those in yesterday.
Hear that, folks? If you're looking for Pokemon stuff, this is the stand to get them from. And of course, anybody who is a weeb out there who is interested in that stuff. Yes, I had to go there. Not sorry. All right, I will see what I can do about the camera quality. There's even, folks, if you haven't seen it yet, look at this. You got old stuff from G.I. Joe. I think that looks something like a Stinger or a Javelin. And how about that? That G.I. Joe, a twin 40mm anti-aircraft gun. How about that? Is that not cool? Just the stuff that there used to be on the market. You never see stuff like that nowadays, ever. Oh. Hockey pucks. Got nice teams here. There's my area's team. Go Sabres. Let's go Buffalo. Not bad. Not bad at all. Oh. And here, folks, you're going to see one of the biggest trains here. Wait till you see this. Take a look at this. Now you behave yourself, TARDIS. Here we are. The Eden Valley and Clarksville Railroad. This is one of those miniature riding railroads. And look at this. This is their locomotive here. Painted in the colors of the Burlington and Northern Railroad. Yeah. Remember what I said before? This is what it's like. Look at all of this in here. It's a small engine in there. Can you believe that? All of this here. This is what it takes to run these things. It's absolutely astounding. If you're tech savvy and you know stuff about mechanicals, anything, here you go. This could be a job for you. Maintaining one of these little beauties. Isn't that amazing? Okay, now I'm sure everybody probably wants to see the greatest thing. Let's take a look at the biggest layout that's here, shall we? Oh, really, TARDIS? That's awesome. There we go. How's it going, Tom? Look at that. These guys are experts with this stuff. In fact, believe it or not, 2 days ago, I helped set up this thing here, including cleaning off the track with rubbing alcohol. Whoa. Oh, it might be a little late, folks, but here comes the Polar Express. Oh, we got a freight haul coming. Why, to the North Pole, of course. This is the Polar Express. Oh, is that true, TARDIS? Do you have some sort of thing like that in the UK as well? Oh. Pig. There's a pig. We must poop on it. Right, TARDIS? We must poop on them. Glad you like the references too, media. Oh, and the place where all old locomotives never wish to go. The old scrap yard. A sad end that came to many locomotives. Ooh, let's catch this, folks. Here we go, here we go. Let's drop it. Here we go. Here she comes. Look at this. Oh, speak of the devil, TARDIS. Caught it just as she was coming back around. That's awesome. I'm glad to see that that movie brings such an impact out. But yeah, anybody who is interested, come check out the FCTT High Railers. They do this all the time. Caution, flammable. Know your diamonds, folks. I'm not sure, media. I'm not sure if I saw it at IMAX, but I do know that I saw it quite a ways after, quite a while after the movie actually came out, believe it or not. I'm not sure how many years, but I saw that in cinema. Oh. Uh-oh, we got one hot on the heels. Let's look at all this, folks. And remember what I said? Depending on how you want to do the scale, everything is going to have a very, very high level of detail. And part of that detail goes into the work. So if you want to put in the work, you'll have some of the best details you can get. There we go. Anybody in chat old enough to remember Conrail? Big Blue, as they called it. I've got a co-worker who was a former rail person on Conrail, believe it or not. And it's funny because for 6 months, they started off as Penn Central before the merger happened into Conrail. Pretty interesting, isn't it? Oh, hey, military fans, check this out. We got ourselves our own airfield here. And if you haven't seen it, watch this. No worries, TARDIS, no worries. And I can name all of these aircraft here. Let's see. That is the Fokker. That is the Fokker That's the Fokker DR-1. That was a triplane that was flown by the Red Baron. Over here, you have an SEA-5. That's British. And down on the ground, we got a Curtiss Wright P-40 Warhawk, a North American P-51D Mustang, a Lockheed P-38 Lightning, and another Warhawk, and looks like another Mustang in there. What can I say? Military history is one of my 2 history loves. I can't help it. Hey, TARDIS. What kind of station you plan on having in your setup? Something like this? Media, I feel like that would be a better question to ask his artist, Schultz. No worries, TARDIS. Figured I'd just bring it up anyway. And then we come along here, we check out some of the nice locomotives here, including one of the most underappreciated locomotives, the New York Central's Niagara. Yes, I know, TARDIS. I know. I know it's too big. But yeah, the Niagara is a nice one, 484. The Western United States version is called the Mountain type. But yeah, these ones I actually pretty much like. A lot of people don't necessarily like them, mainly because of things like the windscreen, but I like them. In fact, anybody who follows the YouTube channel called Living with Steam, you'll actually see footage of one of these things being paced down an area in Buffalo by a guy who was affiliated with the WNYRHS before he passed away. So if you want to check out Living with Steam with Aaron Heverin, check out his channel. You will see some of this in action. And then we also have some looks in the yard. A little empty right now, but hey, you got so many trains running right now. Empire State Express. Gotta love those cars.
I use card grids. Yeah, I use card grids. It's card grids. Would you be buying all the little blue.
And how about this, folks? We got a bridge connection here. In fact, it's both rail and road. Look at this. That's a nice little implement. Little siding with a little little plant here. Nice pun, Mom. Nice pun. I like it. And how about this, folks? You got the little townhouses sitting up on the cliffside. You gotta love the cut through the rock face. It's such an intriguing little bit here. And then you look back there. We got breweries and a Pepsi plant right there. Yes, TARDIS, that is my mum. And then we got a dog food plant right there. Ooh, I've seen these before, folks. You see this construction train? You see that decking? That decking is laser cut. I've got a flat car like this, believe it or not, at home.
There's a silent auction going on here at the society table. 22 wonderful prizes. You can put a bid on it today. By the end of the day, you will be the owner of either.
And yeah, look at that. South Buffalo Railway. Uh-oh, heads up. Oops. Sorry. But yeah, here you go, model of South Buffalo Railway. That was one of the railways that was operated within the area of the Lackawanna plant for Bethlehem Steel in this area. And if you want to check out more of that, like I said, check out some of the stuff of the steel plant museum that I showed you guys earlier. Anyway, folks, this is basically where the stream is going to end, but I'm going to stop at a stand that I feel like I want to bring more attention to. So I hope you guys can take a quick moment to look over it here. So here we are, folks. This is the final thing that I will be showing you guys today. And this is a project that, believe it or not, I had a little bit of involvement in. This is the Western New York Railway Historical Society's Project Winter's Dream. It is dedicated to one of their members and associates from back in the 1980s who helped bring our crown jewel locomotive here, Pennsylvania Railroad number 4483. She is the last of her kind. She is the last of 598 examples of this class of locomotive in the world. So, yes. Sorry, that was just a little bit of direction here, folks. She's the last of her kind, and the Historical Society has been dying to get her restored. So if you guys want to find out, feel free to contact the Western New York Railway Historical Society, and believe it or not, you'll be able to, sorry about that, you will be able to find out more about this, because believe it or not, history is something that you can never let go of.
Oops! Oh, I'm so sorry.
Because, believe me, it's stuff like this, to see such rare pieces of machinery left. What's wrong with having her be restored? So, ladies and gentlemen, I will say, sorry about that. I will say, this is where we're going to end it. I hope you guys had a fun time. I know I sure did. And hopefully, with the highlights video that I'm working on for this show, I'm not sure when it'll be out, but I'm hoping it'll be out this week. So just keep an eye on the channel, and hey, if you guys ever get a chance to come to a show like this, please feel free, because I can guarantee you guys will have some fun too. Everybody, take care, and if you come to the show, I look forward to seeing you guys. Have fun, and all aboard!
Uncle Steve, there's Hot Wheels.
We've got 2 more tickets.